Hello, my dear students and friends, I'm Túlio Miranda e aqui estamos para o nosso primeiro speaking exercise. Neste exercício de speaking, não comentaremos os detalhes de pronúncia das frases. Isso foi feito no vídeo introdutório, então é bastante recomendado que você assista o vídeo introdutório para poder exercitar os detalhes das pronúncias das frases que estarão presentes aqui e que talvez você não tenha oportunidade de perceber. E também teremos um PDF com exercícios que você poderá fazer baseado também nesse Speaking One. Todas essas etapas são bastante importantes para que você possa praticar melhor o seu inglês e aumentar aí a sua proficiência, ok? Então vamos logo. Nosso vídeo não pode ter mais do que 10 minutos, portanto há uma chance de que eu não possa pausar muito tempo entre uma frase e outra. Então você pode ficar aí com usar o botão de play e pause do seu vídeo. Então, toda vez que você ouvir uma frase nova, você aperta o play para pausar o vídeo, toma quanto tempo você precisar para repetir essa frase e depois você aperta o play outra vez para ouvir a próxima frase e assim você prossegue. Temos uma lista grande de frases e há uma chance de que isso não caiba em 9 minutos ou 10 minutos, ok? So, let's go. The family. Mr. Smith is a man. Mrs. Smith is a woman. John is a boy. Helen is a girl. The baby is also a girl. Helen and the baby are girls. Mr. Smith is the father. Mrs. Smith is the mother. John is a child. Helen is a child. The baby is also a child. John, Helen, and the baby are children. Mr. Smith is not a woman. He is a man. Mrs. Smith isn't a man. She is a woman. The girls are not adults. They are children. The parents aren't children. They are adults. Mr. Smith is the father of John. Mr. Smith is the father of Helen. Mr. Smith is the father of the baby. Mr. Smith is the father of the children. Mrs. Smith is the mother of John. Mrs. Smith is the mother of John, Helen, and the baby. Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith are the parents of the children. John is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are the parents of John. Helen is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are the parents of Helen. The baby is also the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are the parents of the baby. Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, John, Helen, and the baby are a family. There are 5 people in the family. Mr. Smith is a person. Mrs. Smith is a person. John is a person. Helen is a person, and the baby is also a person. John is not a girl. He is a boy. John is not an adult. He is a child. The parents are not children. They're adults. John isn't a baby. Helen isn't a baby. John and Helen aren't babies. Mr. and Mrs. Smith aren't children. Mr. and Mrs. Smith aren't old. They're young. John, Helen, and the baby aren't old. They're young. How many people are there in the family? There are 5 people in the family. Who are the 5 people in the family? They are the father, the mother, the son, the daughter, and the baby daughter. How many children are there in the family? There are 3 children in the family. Who are the 3 children in the family? They are the son, the daughter, and the baby daughter. How many girls are there in the family? There are 2 girls in the family. Who are the 2 girls in the family? They are the daughter and the baby daughter. How many boys are there in the family? There is 1 boy in the family. Who's the boy? The boy is John. He is the son of Mr. Smith. The girl is Helen. She is the daughter of Mr. Smith. The man is Mr. Smith. He is the father. The woman is Mrs. Smith. She is the mother. The man and the woman are Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They are the parents. Who's the baby? The baby is Alice. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Who are the parents of Alice? Mr. and Mrs. Smith are the parents of Alice. The parents of Alice are Mr. and Mrs. Smith. John is the brother of Helen. Helen is the sister of John. The baby is the sister of John and Helen. The baby and Helen are sisters. They are siblings. John and Helen are brother and sister. They are siblings. Mr. Smith is the husband of Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith is the wife of Mr. Smith. Who is Mr. Smith? He is the husband of Mrs. Smith and the father of the 3 children. Who is Mrs. Smith? She is the wife of Mr. Smith and the mother of the 3 children. The 3 children are the son, the daughter, and the baby daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The father, the mother, the son, the daughter, and the baby daughter are a family of 5 people. Is there 1 boy in the family? Yes, there is 1 boy in the family. Is there 1 baby boy in the family? No, there is not a baby boy in the family. Is there a dog in the family? No, there isn't a dog in the family. Are there 4 children in the family? No, there are not 4 children in the family. Are there 5 children in the family? No, there aren't 5 children in the family. Ok, chegamos então ao fim do nosso exercício de speaking. Refaça muitas vezes. A necessidade de sempre pronunciar tudo rapidamente, sem pausas. Se ficar difícil para você ver este vídeo indo e voltando no IGTV, você também pode assistir esse vídeo para praticar no nosso canal do YouTube, Elliot English. Você encontrará o link deste vídeo. Sempre que ele for postado, um novo vídeo for postado, você encontrará o link correspondente na bio da página Elliot English no Instagram. Ok? Então, thank you very much and God bless you all, my friends.